Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever time you're tuning into this stream, just make sure that it is good. My name is Game Boy Rob, and today I wanted to share with you guys a game I had the other day, just after the tournament that I participated in. In case you don't know, in case you missed yesterday's video, I recently participated in a small streamer tournament. I was invited to a tournament filled with other small streamers, and spoiler alert, if you haven't seen yesterday's video, I recommend you go watch it right now and turn off my video because I am about to spoil the ending. Spoiler alert, I won the whole thing. I completed the tournament. I beat Trip West in the grand finals 3-0. I never dropped a game during the whole tournament. It was really good. We performed really well, and one of the decks that I used to get there, the one that I used mostly, was actually a Victor Aphelios deck, a Victor Aphelios list that I have been playing mostly on stream. And yeah, people in the tournament were curious about the deck and what inspired me to make it, all this stuff, and I did a little explanation, and I had a really great game with it to really showcase how insane Aphelios is. And I sort of just used that game as an opportunity to explain a lot of things about Aphelios. So if you don't know a lot of things about Aphelios, if you think you know everything about Aphelios, you might want to give this video a shot, because you might be wrong. I have some hidden tricks and tips with Aphelios that you might be interested in. And yeah. The other thing I wanted to say is I'm sorry I haven't been posting YouTube video content recently. I am planning on getting back into it. I will be posting a lot more regularly here on in, so look forward to that. And yeah, without further ado, I'll stop rambling there. Without further ado, enjoy the upcoming game. Go run ladder. I gotta eat. Your games were nuts, mate. Why? Thank you, BikeSpokes. GG's. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for the tournament. Thanks for hosting it, guys. You guys did great. I appreciate the opportunity. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into some Aphelios, and I can rant about how the card works and the hidden text that people don't always know about. We hope to see you at the next tourney to defend your title. I'll be there, dude. Let me know when it happens. I'll be there. Be there every day. Apparently Pursuit racks up pretty quickly with Aphelios plus Invoke. I mean, I can imagine that's true. The problem is it doesn't always win. Like, playing a Pursuit doesn't always win you the game, and it's really hard to achieve. So it's like almost. If it winds up being in the deck, it will not be more than a one of. That's for sure. Twisted Fate Gangplank. Twisted Fate Gangplank with Piltover. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Gamer, as I said earlier, I'm new to this game. How often do they make big balance changes? I'm thinking about making a new deck, and we'll buy some cards. They make balance changes to this game pretty frequently, actually. It's like they've said in the past it's gonna be like every 2-ish weeks. Every 2 weeks it tends to be a very small patch.
No more hiding.
And then they'll get like a big patch. I think we actually don't play a 2-drop here.
Lunari, rise.
If we want to play Aphelios, we actually don't play a 2-drop here. They do some sort of change pretty consistently every 2 weeks. They do a big change every like 4 weeks.
Where do you stand on cold shots?
So the game doesn't change around too much,
Temperamental as
but it also doesn't stay stale for very long. It's really nice. They've actually got a really nice cadence. It's very satisfying. We will take the... Actually, I kind of want the Crescendum. I think I actually want the Crescendum here.
Embrace the night, Aphelios.
I was gonna go Calibrum, but I think I like Crescendum better. It's actually not that hard as a one-of. It's a really, really good soak of important cards from the opponent. If you drop it, it doesn't cost you because you're running Value Town with Veiled Temple. Said Stick, I'm getting the feeling you really want me to put a Pursuit of Perfection in my deck. I get the feeling you really want me to be running Pursuit of Perfection. Something tells me you would really like it if there was a Pursuit of Perfection in my deck.
Crescendo.
If Catastrophe doesn't become meta, I'm going to go play Hearthstone. Oh boy. I mean, Submersible actually is meta. Submersible is actually kind of meta right now, which is hilarious. It's never been that before. Monkey deck? Oh, it might be a monkey deck, dude. Are we looking at the fabled at the fabled monkey deck? I think we might be. Oh, I think we might be looking at a monkey deck.
We were peaceful once.
This monkey is in my way, by the way. This monkey is very much
Never lost a fair game or played one.
harsh in my jive, harsh in my groove.
Blue as the serpentine.
Yeah, Submersible is legit right now. It's pretty legit. Meow, 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 meow. That's the one, dude. That's the one. So I think I'm gonna look for... I think I'm gonna play the Spacey Sketcher and look for Serpent to deal with Twisted Fate here. There it is. Look at that.
One star's Whipsy is
So
another
good.
spark.
So good at the game, dude. Can you improve perfection? By the way, I like the prismatic pool shark. Gotta respect that.
It's our time.
One thing will be going down to the monkey here, and I think that's acceptable. I think that's fine.
Something the matter?
Ooh, or not. I thought he'd block that. That's fine. Why did you say earlier that this deck is so hard to play? The amount of choices you have? Yeah, okay, so the thing about Aphelios is there's like 3 different things you're trying to manage at any given time. You're trying to manage, obviously, your opponent's, cards. You're trying to think about what can my opponent do? How could he counter my plays? The things that you're normally doing when playing Legends of Runeterra, like, if I do this, what's my opponent's response and all that sort of things. But Aphelios himself has a little bit of hidden text, which is that he says each round the first time you play 2 cards, create a phased moon weapon if you don't have one, which is true. So, but he has to see it. So he has to be on the board seeing you play those cards. So like, I'm gonna play the moon weapon here, and he's gonna create a second one if I play this moon weapon before, playing 2 cards. If I play 2 cards before I play the moon weapon, like say I go ignition plus ballistic bot, then I don't get another moon weapon this turn. He'll hit 2 out of 2, and then he'll see that I have this Calibrum in my hand, and then he won't give me another one, even if I play more cards after I play the Calibrum. So I sort of have to play things in order beyond what you normally do. That Gangplank is in my way. We're gonna play the Sump Dredger. So, in addition to that, you also have to think, what is the next, after I play this Calibrum, what is the thing I need next? Which is a whole thing. Calibrum can't hit champions, so by doing this line of play, I've actually committed myself to playing Calibrum on this Powder Keg, because if I don't play Calibrum on this Powder Keg, I don't get a moon weapon, and Aphelios doesn't level up as fast. It's a mess. It's a mess. It's just a mess. So here we go. Now we got Severum, which is what I asked for. The sequencing on this deck is way more demanding than most decks, but it makes Aph really fun. It makes him so fun. I agree. I agree. All right, so now he's at 2 out of 2. And this is where things get really weird.
Since
And I'm gonna see if I can showcase it. I'm gonna see if I can show you exactly why Aphelios is really, really hard to play. We're gonna start with Severum here, and we're gonna take Infernum. We're gonna put it here. Actually, we're gonna put it on Aphelios himself.
Safety disengaged.
And we're gonna try to level Aphelios this turn, and I'm gonna see if I can show you guys a trick. And he doesn't give you the weapons if you're holding one, so you have to get rid of it. Exactly. That's what I've been saying. So my opponent goes for red card. That's fine. That's great. I mean, he clears 2 things, and that's not ideal, but honestly, that's fine for me.
We will be free.
So I'm gonna play another card. Aphelios is gonna give me another moon weapon. Ooh, I love this moon silver. Ooh, I love this moon silver. I know the trick. Me Card Gamer knows the trick. He knows what I'm talking about. So now we're gonna give Aphelios the Infernum. This is gonna be the 4th moon weapon, right? 3 out of 4 moon weapons. 2 out of 2 have been, seen by Aphelios, which means he's given me a moon weapon already. That's this Infernum. So we're gonna level Aphelios this turn. We're gonna take, what are we gonna take? Crescendum. We're gonna phase Crescendum next. So once this Infernum finishes casting, Aphelios levels up.
Together.
Hey, Duianto. Hello, thank you for the follow, buddy. Filthy Aphelios abuser. So now, Aphelios has leveled up, and here's the hidden things. Here's the hidden text. He starts over. He's back to 0 out of 2. He can create another moon weapon this turn because he leveled up. And we're gonna do that. We're gonna make that happen as well. So we're gonna play this Mountain Goat. This needs to be nerfed, by the way. This part right here might need to be nerfed. Because, like, it doesn't even work the way he says it should work. See how it's 1 out of 2?
Get to work.
We're gonna make this Mountain Goat a little cheaper. And now we can also play this Crescendum. And this time we'll take Calibrum. That's disgusting. Is that not the grossest thing you've ever seen?
Believe, Aphelios.
We go to full health.
Say your farewells.
Blessings of the moon.
I foresee a stat nerf. No, I don't think it's a stat nerf. I think they're just gonna make him play the way his text says he plays, because his text does not do what his text says he does. I think he's gonna get nerfed so that he actually does what his text says. That's what I think's gonna happen. Hey, look, we have another Calibrum. Amazing. And now we have Victor. And this is where things get really silly, because you have Victor plus Aphelios. Suddenly your moon weapons are free.
We must improve. We must evolve.
I don't like stat nerf. Change this though. Weaker level but strong. Wait.
The future is still
Take another weapon to level. Why is he cheaper and tankier than TF though? Weaker level but stronger passive. Yeah, he does definitely have a weaker level and a stronger passive. So again, Aphelios is now 1 out of 2, which means I need to play Calibrum next, which is fine because Calibrum costs 0 mana. I need to reiterate, costs 0 mana. Oh wait, we don't want Severum, do we? We don't really want any of these. We'll take Gravitum.
Can you improve perfection?
Calibrum.
Everything in my hand costs 0 mana, dude.
A game.
It's actually crazy.
Go on, then.
Watch the ball, folks.
Actually crazy.
Prime and ready.
Free real estate. Now, I don't think comparing Aphelios to Twisted Fate is really fair. Twisted Fate is probably even stronger. Like, Twisted Fate is probably the strongest, one of the strongest cards in the game right now. Definitely one of the strongest champions. Okay, we'll take Infernum next.
System upgrade.
I don't know, I think there's a reason Aphelios feels disgusting. The amount of freeness. He is pretty, he's pretty free. He's at least difficult to play, right? He's at least complicated, and that's nice. So it's not like bozos can just pick him up and do well with him. You actually have to think really hard to play him correctly. Like, when he's leveled up, you have to remember that when he's leveled, he gives you another moon weapon at the start of each turn, which can be important. So, my opponent's probably going to go for a Riptide Rex here. I don't even know if I care. I mean, I care a little. We're going to start with Infernum. Or we could start with Veiled Temple. We're going to start with Veiled Temple. We're going to go Veiled Temple into Infernum here. There's a warning shot into Riptide Rex, I'm sure.
Bilgewater is mine and mine alone.
It's a lot of actions, yeah. The 3-weapon turns are what really make it crazy, isn't it? So I could save my Victor here, right? I could Bastion him. How many are hitting him? 1, 2, 3, 4. I could not save my Victor here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we Bastion him, he still dies. That sucks. Victor goes bye-bye.
Find peace
Yeah.
in the quiet.
Oh well. And then we will take... Oh, none of these look particularly good, do they? I'll take Calibrum. Actually, I think we want to put this on the bot. We actually want to put this on the ballistic bot. Yeah. Yeah. Ballistic bot is gonna have more attack, and so we want to put it there. Did Temple proc? No. Temple has not yet procced. We're working on it still. Fine. That's absolutely fine, sir. All yours.
Flesh was weak, but look at me
Now Temple's
now.
procced.
Prime and ready.
And yeah, that should be game.
Keep faith, Aphelios, and we will find our peace.
It's pretty silly. It's pretty silly. So yeah, Aphelios is pretty busted if you know what you're doing. But you have to actually know what you're doing. Otherwise, he can just sort of sit there and not do a lot. But like, if you know how his moon weapons work and you use the full advantage to him, and that game was a fantastic example. I couldn't have asked for a better example. He just goes off. Like, we ate a full Riptide Rex to the face and we didn't even care. We were that far ahead.